Hello, good evening. Hi, good evening. Can you hear me? Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Salvador. Okay, well, I think we're gonna start. Probably later, some of your classmates will just join. To start, we're gonna check an extract of the video we watched. I guess it was a couple of days ago on Tuesday, if I'm not wrong. Talking about difficult situations, okay? So what you have to do is pay attention to specific vocabulary to fill in the spaces from the video, okay? Let me just look for the specific part. Okay, I think I know what the part is. So remember, pay attention to specific words that are in the video so that you can fill in the spaces with the words, okay? Here we go.
Today, then ask people what they would do in these sticky situations. Let's take a look.
I was invited to a party, and I arrived an hour early. I thought it would take me longer to get there. Well, Rebecca came to the door wearing sweatpants and an old t-shirt.
Hi. Oh, hi. Rebecca, am I too early?
You're the first one.
I'm the first one.
I could hear the shower running in the background, and of course, not a single guest was there.
Wow. Well, we asked some people about what they would have done in this situation.
What would I have done? I would have pretended to have an errand to run in the neighborhood, like going to the drugstore, the grocery store.
Sorry, I guess there is only a short part. There is another one. Okay, I think it's the last one. Should be this one. No, or the second one. Give me a second. I don't remember if it's the second one. Yeah, it is the second.
Dinner the other night.
You were the host.
I don't host. Same thing, really. I would have invited him in and put him to work.
What would you have done? Now let's take a look at another predicament.
I invited my boss and her husband to dinner the other night. We had a great time, but she just wouldn't leave. By midnight, my husband and I were so exhausted. Finally, my husband fell asleep at the table. My boss was very embarrassed when she realized it was so late. I just never know what to do when a guest won't go home.
Okay, I played both situations one more time. The first one is the beginning in here.
And I arrived an hour early.
An embarrassment.
It took me longer to get there.
We're going to look at some of those stories today, then ask people what they would do in these sticky situations. Let's take a look.
I was invited to a party, and I arrived an hour early. I thought it would take me longer to get there. Well, Rebecca came to the door wearing sweatpants and an old t-shirt.
Hi. Rebecca, am I too early?
You're the first one.
I'm the first one.
I could hear the shower running in the background, and of course, not a single guest was there.
Okay, first situation. Did you get the words?
Party,
I was invited to a party. Okay, that would be the first word.
an hour early.
And an hour
I
early,
arrived.
arrived an hour early, right? I thought it would. Yeah, let's listen to it one more time.
In these sticky situations. Let's take a look.
I was invited to a party, and I arrived an hour early. I thought it would take me longer to get there. Well, Rebecca came to the door wearing sweatpants and an old t-shirt.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Rebecca, am I too early?
You're the first one.
I'm the first one.
I could hear the shower running in the background, and of course, not a single guest was there.
Okay, did you get these ones?
Taking,
It would take me.
that word I don't remember, but the next one is Rebecca came to the door.
Okay, I guess this one is longer. Take me longer to get there. Well, Rebecca came to the door. Probably this
Use
is wearing
you're wearing.
sweatpants and an
I
old t-shirt.
I could. Let me just see. I couldn't hear the shower. No,
It could be. I could hear the shower. This is expression we use with the shower, running in the background.
I'm running. Okay.
Mhm.
That's when I can remember that.
I think it's not a single guess was. I think this is there. Let's see. Invited, arrive early, take me longer, wearing here, running, not there. Yes, that's what they have. Okay, and then let's listen to the second part.
Okay.
I lost the video.
Not too early?
To run in the neighborhood.
Guest arrived early.
If I were the host.
Now let's take a look at another predicament.
Here we go.
I invited my boss and her husband to dinner the other night. We had a great time, but she just wouldn't leave. By midnight, my husband and I were so exhausted. Finally, my husband fell asleep at the table. My boss was very embarrassed when she realized it was so late. I just never know what to do when a guest won't go home.
Okay, let's see if we got some.
I invited my boss and her husband to my to
What is the specific meal?
To
they are-
dinner.
To
to
dinner.
dinner.
Mhm. The other night, right? Obviously, it's at night.
Yeah,
We had
a good time, a great time.
a great time, but she just wouldn't.
I don't know.
You get that one? No?
No,
Let's see if we listen to it one more time.
Same thing, really. I would have invited him in and put him to work.
What would you have done? Now let's take a look at another predicament.
I invited my boss and her husband to dinner the other night. We had a great time, but she just wouldn't leave. By midnight, my husband and I were so exhausted. Finally, my husband fell asleep at the table. My boss was very embarrassed when she realized it was so late. I just never know what to do when a guest won't go home.
Okay, now. But she just wouldn't. What is that verb that you use when you abandon a place?
leave. Leave.
Leave, right? She just wouldn't leave. By
Midnight.
midnight, my
Husband
husband and I were so
exhausted.
exhausted, right? Finally, my husband fell
Sleep. Sleep.
asleep, right? The verb is asleep. Well, actually, it's not a verb, it's a combination. Fell asleep. At the table, my boss was very
Embarrassing.
embarrassed. When she
Realize.
realized it was so late. I just don't know what to do when I guess won't go
Home.
home. Just check here. Invited, dinner, night, great, leave, midnight, husband, exhausted, asleep, embarrassed, realized, and she, I just don't, well, it can be never, I just don't, or never know. Let's never know what to do when I guess won't go. Okay, just to practice a little comprehensive listening, right? Now we're gonna continue with grammar focus. Today is the last class, so we have to finish the unit. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna study the past modals. Let me play the audio. Pay attention to the examples.
Page 103. Exercise 8. Grammar focus. Past modals. Use would have or should have plus past participle to give opinions or suggestions about actions in the past.
What should I have done?
You should have told her about it. You shouldn't have lied to your sister.
What would you have done?
I would have called him. I wouldn't have texted him.
Okay. There are more past models, right? All the models that you use in present, for example, may, might, could, can also be used in the past. But in here, they are just focusing on would have or should have. Obviously, these two are to give opinions or suggestions, okay, about actions in the past. Obviously, these suggestions or opinions are after, right? After the action happened, and you cannot do anything to replace your, let's say, whatever you did in the past. Now, let's see if well, actually, it only focuses on should have and would have. So those are the two past models they are explaining over here. So what you have to be careful about is every time we use models, in this case, you don't have to use third person inflection for the verbs, right? In the case of he should has, no, because you are using a model. The rest is base form, okay? The auxiliary have and also the past participle. That's it. You don't have to use third persons, only for simple present, right? In this case, we're not using simple present. In this example, it says, read the situations, use the words in parentheses to create opinions and suggestions. My neighbor had a party last night. It was very loud, so I called the police. The, let's say, words we have in parentheses says, you speak to your neighbor first. So what is the suggestion in this case, or the opinion? You should have spoken to your neighbor first, right? You should have, but you cannot change that. The person already called the police. The police arrived. I don't know if they had a fine or something, but at the end, this is an opinion or suggestion about an action in the past. Okay, you should have spoken to your neighbor first. Now let's complete the number 2. Let me ask Beatrice, could you read the situation, please?
Yes, the mail courier put someone else's mail in my box. I threw it away.
Yeah.
You should have write a note and leave the mail in your box.
Okay.
You should write.
You should have, what is the
You
past
should-
participle?
Right.
Okay, it will be like this. You should have, can you spell the participle of write?
Written.
Written, right? That is written. You should have written a note and
leave.
okay, but now we have
No.
leave is also in. You should have written a note and what is the past participle of leave?
Left.
And left, the mail in your box. As you can see, the person didn't do that, right? So at the end, it's just a suggestion, but the decision cannot be changed. It's only a suggestion, okay, about the past.
Yes, I have a question, teacher. What is the pronunciation in I threw it? Oh, what is the pronunciation in this case?
Yeah, threw it.
Threw it.
Yes,
okay.
It's correct.
Okay.
Threw it away.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Let's see. Federico, can you read the number 3, please?
My sister asked if I liked her new dress. I didn't look good on her, but I said it did.
Okay, so what is the suggestion in the past?
I I would have.
What is for suggestions? Should or would?
Um,
Would.
You sure?
Sure.
It should be should, right?
Should.
Yes.
Yes. So
I should have told her the truth.
I should have.
I should have
Told her.
told her the truth.
I should have told her the truth. Yes. Okay, very good. And Selena, can you read the number 4?
Okay. A solid person called me last night. I didn't want to buy anything, but I let her talk to me for almost half an hour. I should have told her I'm not interested. Hang up. Hang up.
Okay, something happens here. I should have told her I wasn't
Oh, yes.
interested. And what is the past of hang up? You remember?
No, teacher.
No? It's
No.
irregular, right?
Hang.
The pronunciation is fairly similar, right? But you have to use the letter U.
Hung up.
Hung up. Hung up. So I should have told her I wasn't interested and hung up, right? That's it. Now, in this, because we are suggesting, most of the time we use should. When you ask for suggestions, obviously, you ask with would. What would you have done? What would you have done? And then you say, oh, I would have, let's say, done this. I would have done this. But in this case, these are suggestions. So you're not asking with would. You're just giving your opinion. But if a person asks you for a suggestion, right, you have to answer with would. In this case, this is an opinion. So you use should. Or just suggest as well. But nobody is asking for the suggestion. That's why you use should. You got it? If not, you may ask, right? We will have another practice. Let's see. And this one is basically similar, but you have the verbs in parentheses. So you only need to write the corresponding past participle. In the second practice, you have the situation and you have to match it with the corresponding suggestion, right? Now, we're gonna work on these activities in the breakout rooms, okay? Then when we return, we're gonna check. Let me send the picture. This is page 103. If you have the PDF of the book, you can use it. If not, I will send the picture, okay? Let me just check. Is everybody able to participate? Because I haven't seen everybody participating. Lily, Edgar, Jennifer, you able to participate? Thank you, Jennifer.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, Edgar. You able to participate?
Yes.
Yes, great. Lily? No, probably she's busy. Okay, let me create the record. Okay, see you there.
see me right away. What should I have to do?
Have
I think is
done.
what show I have done.
Done.
Because remember the verb is past participle. Um, and
I
the
agree
other
with you.
letter B,
Okay. You should have uh, the past participle for
Send.
send,
Send.
send,
send,
send, yes,
a messenger, and
tall,
told her you call back later.
yes.
Okay.
The last and the other is the cashier gave me too much change. What should I have done?
You should have stole. The past participle is
Said,
said.
change, and
Said
yes,
something.
you shouldn't have taken.
Taken. The month.
In the month.
3. I ignored an email from someone I don't like. What could you have done?
Yes. You want continue, Salvador? Or Jennifer?
I could have replied.
I think is the letter E. You should have warned her not to do it again.
Okay. Yes. Okay, number 3. A friend of mine always has messy hair, so I gave him a comb for his birthday. My goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I wouldn't have said anything.
Yes.
Okay, number 4.
I hid someone's car when I was leaving a parking lot. Luckily, no one saw me.
Okay.
Mm,
Maybe you should have left a note for the owner.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Letter F. You should have left a note for the owner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 5. My aunt gave me a wool sweater. I can wear wool, so I gave it back.
Mm,
Maybe G. I will have told her that I prefer something else.
something else. Yes.
Oh, no,
I
no.
disagree with you, maybe H.
Yes, yes, because you
He gave
give
it back.
the
Okay.
yes, is H. You should have a change
The shoes
for
have changed.
something else. Yes. Okay, we finish.
Thank you.
The first part.
There are two. Did you finish the second?
What is the second part?
Part B is you have to match the suggestions with the situations with suggestions.
Yes.
Did you finish both?
Yes.
No.
What?
No, we have to do the first one.
Oh, you finished the letter B first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw the
So
classmate
I
cheering.
wrote her an email about it. It's her.
That's true. Maybe it's okay, little E.
But yes, maybe. Okay.
Number 3. A friend of mine always has messy hair, so I gave him a comb for his birthday.
Maybe in this case, soccer.
Letter H.
H, you should have a change for something else. Okay. Letter number 4. I hit someone's car when I was leaving a parking lot. Luckily, no one saw me.
And letter C, I would have waiting for the owner. No.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
F?
C. Maybe C
Or
because.
F. Or F.
Or F, maybe if F.
Yes, F is it's okay too. And the last one?
There are more suggestions than situation. Only 5 situations, and there are more suggestions.
Because I think some suggestions applied for the number 2 or number 10. And in this situation, you have
Different
no
action.
one suggestion. Maybe you can select 2 suggestions for this. For example, in this case, for the crash car, maybe if we apply the letter F and the letter C.
C and F.
Yes.
Yes. Many
For the number 4.
some action for the same situation.
Yes.
Yes.
And the last one?
My aunt give me a wool sweater. I can wear wool, so I give it back. Maybe little A? You should have spoken to him about it.
But in this case, aunt is her.
Ah, yes, it's in uncle, right?
What is
Yes.
what is the mean wall sword? Wall.
Suéter de lana.
Pronunciation is wool. Wool.
Wool. Okay, nice. Thanks.
When you
Letter
finish,
G. Letter G. I would have told her that I prefer something else.
Yes.
Commuter.
Put. Yeah. Get. Gotten.
Yeah.
Go. Gone.
Yes.
Sign.
Yeah. Signed.
Signed. Yeah. Be.
Being.
Been. Yes. Drop. Dropped. ED at the end.
Yeah.
Say. Said.
Right.
Borrow. Borrowed. With ED at the end. Right? I agree. Don't you agree? Okay.
I don't
Ask.
remember.
We can find. To be sure. Doris, could you
Dropper. Dropper.
Hmm.
Say
Drop, drip. Ah, trooper.
is regular.
Dropper. Uh-huh. Say.
Say.
Said. Con D.
Borrow. Borrow. Irregular too.
Borrow.
Borrowed. Borrowed.
Borrowed.
Borrowed.
Borrowed.
Ask.
Asked.
Regular. Make.
Made.
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 Made. Made. With D.
Made.
Think.
Think.
Thought.
Thought. Thought. Thought. Know.
Me. Creo.
No.
New.
No, new.
New.
No.
No.
No. New.
No.
New.
No. No is.
Known with
Ah,
N.
known. Yes, known. Known. Yes. Known. Sell.
Sold.
Sold. Yes. Use.
Used. Used.
Used. Used. Yes. Keep.
Kept.
Kept. Kept. Gamble.
PT fine in the final.
What is gamble?
What is gamble?
Gamble. Gamble. Gambler.
Apostar.
I don't know.
Gambler.
Apostar. Gamble.
Jugar apuesta.
Maybe it's regular. Gamble.
Yes, ED.
Maybe.
Yes.
Okay. Buy.
Both.
Bought. Invest.
Vested.
Invested. Yes, it's regular. Save.
Saved.
Saved.
Yes.
It's regular too.
Yes.
Right.
Right. Written.
Written. Yes, written. Measure.
Measured.
Measured. Yes. Check. Checked. Checked. It's regular.
Yes.
Speak.
Spoken.
Spoken. Spoken. Spoken. Call.
Called.
Cold. Cold. Where?
War.
War. War. Yes. Try.
Tried.
Right. Tried. Tried.
See, seen.
See?
Seen.
Thing. Yes. Plan.
Planet.
Planet. Yes. Okay.
Hello guys, welcome back. Do you have any question in these parts? Did you find any difficult part or everything was easy? I was checking and you were discussing, you seem to have the answers, right? But if you have any question, you can ask me.
I understand that when it start the verb like in the number 4, I will have, and you change to the past participle. In this case, taken. But the other verb is only in past.
Which one?
And the number 4, little b.
It says, Miss Moscar, when I was sleeping, no one saw me. I would have spoken letter D.
Letter B, in number in A.
Should have.
Letter A, number 4, and
okay, is the first part or the second part?
The first part.
First part. We left
number 4 and little b.
We left all our trash at the campsite. What would we have done? I will have taken it with me and thrown. No, in this case, the second verb is also in the part. And thrown
is past participle.
Yes.
Both verb.
Both of them.
Okay.
Because you are using a coordinating conjunction, so you are joining two verbs. Both verbs go with the structure, would have.
Okay.
It's like when you say in Spanish, yo hubiera ido y hubiera hecho esto. No sería como yo hubiera ido e hice esto. So you maintain the both verbs in the past participle.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I wrote.
No problem. Now, there is, I will say, a tip to pronounce either the questions or the answers using have, right? This is the reduction. So pay attention how American people reduct the sound.
Page 103. Exercise 9. Pronunciation. Reduction of have. Part A. Listen and practice. Notice how have is reduced in these sentences.
What would you have done?
I would have told the truth.
Okay, so repeat. What would you have done?
What would you
have done?
Okay, what would you have? What would you have done?
What would you have done?
It's like you'd have.
What would you have done?
Instead of saying have, you say only have. What would you have? What would you have?
What would you have done?
Yes, and in the answer, I would have. The sound is
I
have.
would have told the truth.
I would have told the truth.
Told the truth.
I think that in English, I don't listen when say have, only like omiten, they don't pronounce have.
They do the sound like this, but if it is fast, it is impossible to listen. What would you have? What would you have done? I would have told the truth. I should have done that.
Have done? I will tell the truth.
I would have. Yeah, okay. My recommendation, if you don't feel natural doing it like this, don't do it. Because this is how American people speak. So it's very native. if it is difficult for you, don't do it. You can say, I would have, and it is the same, right? Only if you feel natural with it, you can say it like, what would you have done? I would have told the truth. Oh, I should have gone. Oh, you could have done it. Right? So it's up to you. Do you need to practice, obviously? And as much as you listen to American people speaking, you understand the difference. Okay, that's a parenthesis, only for you to know that. Next activity, it's a listening one. So it says, listen to an advice podcast, complete the chart. We have a problem and the solution, right? What the person did. Pay attention to the problem and solutions. And, well, that is part A. Then, according to the, what should a person have done? So obviously there is a second part. Right now, let's complete the chart.
Page 104. Exercise 10. Listening. Problem solved. Part A. Listen to an advice podcast. Complete the chart.
Good morning and welcome to Problem Solved, a podcast where we find great solutions to your problems. Life is full of predicaments, but there's always a solution. I'm Cole Williams, and today we have Dr. Jones with us. Thanks for being here, Dr. Jones.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me.
Now, let's get started with our first message. It reads, Dear Problem Solved, I'm a senior in high school and am starting to apply to college. My dad really wants me to study law. He's a lawyer and loves it, but I love languages and want to be a language teacher. We got in a huge fight about it. I got really mad and told him he was selfish. Then I slammed the door. Now we're not talking. What should I do? Thanks, Ronnie. Dr. Jones, what advice would you give to Ronnie?
Well, Ronnie, I understand your frustration. You know what you want to do, and you feel you don't have your father's support. But you shouldn't have told him he was selfish, and you definitely shouldn't have slammed the door. He's thinking about your future and wants what's best for you. You need to apologize and tell him that you appreciate his opinion, but that studying languages is your passion. If I were you, I would have said that from the start. But don't worry, your dad will understand and eventually let you decide your career. Be patient with him.
Patience is always excellent advice. Let's go to the next letter from a listener in New York. Her message reads, Dear Problem Solved, I have a problem at work. I've been at my company for 5 years and have always arrived on time and even worked overtime to get the job done right. My boss often congratulates me on my work, and I was sure I would get a promotion or raise soon. But I never said anything to him about wanting those things. Then last week, my boss welcomed a new employee. The company created a new position, and this new guy is taking it. They gave him his own office, and I know he's making more money. Why didn't they ask me? Now I feel unmotivated and unhappy at work. What should I do? Becca.
Becca, thanks for writing in. While there are plenty of things you should do now, let's first look at what you should have done before this new employee arrived. You said your boss always appreciated your work, but maybe you should have been more honest with him about wanting to grow in the company. I would have talked to him and expressed that a long time ago. It's possible he thought that you weren't interested. But don't worry, there are plenty of things you can do now. Why don't you talk to your new coworker, find out about his education and work history? Look at him as a colleague and someone you can learn from, not as competition. He might suggest a course you could take or have some good advice. And then talk to your boss, but be positive. Let him know how much you like working there and how much you'd like to grow more in the company. He might have some good advice, too, and in the end, he will appreciate your honesty and ambition.
I think honesty and patience are 2 good lessons we can learn from today's podcast. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you, Dr. Jones, for being here with us. And listeners, remember, life is full of predicaments, but there's always a solution. I'm Cole Williams, and thank you for joining us today. Don't miss the next episode of our podcast, Problem Solved, next week.
Yeah, long audio. Did you get the problems? You get the problems or no? Not really. We can listen to it one more time.
Yes, one more time, teacher. One more time.
Very good.
Please.
Now, this time, try to pay attention to the problem, the specific thing they did, right? And also try to pay attention to what the Dr. Jones suggests, right? What they should have done. Here we go.
Page 104. Exercise 10. Listening. Problem solved. Part A. Listen to an advice podcast. Complete the chart.
Good morning and welcome to Problem Solved, a podcast where we find great solutions to your problems. Life is full of predicaments, but there's always a solution. I'm Cole Williams, and today we have Dr. Jones with us. Thanks for being here, Dr. Jones.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me.
Now, let's get started with our first message. It reads, Dear Problem Solved, I'm a senior in high school and am starting to apply to college. My dad really wants me to study law. He's a lawyer and loves it, but I love languages and want to be a language teacher. We got in a huge fight about it. I got really mad and told him he was selfish. Then I slammed the door. Now we're not talking. What should I do? Thanks, Ronnie. Dr. Jones, what advice would you give to Ronnie?
Well, Ronnie, I understand your frustration. You know what you want to do, and you feel you don't have your father's support. But you shouldn't have told him he was selfish, and you definitely shouldn't have slammed the door. He's thinking about your future and wants what's best for you. You need to apologize and tell him that you appreciate his opinion, but that studying languages is your passion. If I were you, I would have said that from the start. But don't worry. Your dad will understand and eventually let you decide your career. Be patient with him.
Patience is always excellent advice. Let's go to the next letter from a listener in New York. Her message reads, Dear Problem Solved, I have a problem at work. I've been at my company for 5 years and have always arrived on time and even worked overtime to get the job done right. My boss often congratulates me on my work, and I was sure I would get a promotion or raise soon. But I never said anything to him about wanting those things. Then last week, my boss welcomed a new employee. The company created a new position, and this new guy is taking it. They gave him his own office, and I know he's making more money. Why didn't they ask me? Now I feel unmotivated and unhappy at work. What should I do? Becca.
Becca, thanks for writing in. While there are plenty of things you should do now, let's first look at what you should have done before this new employee arrived. You said your boss always appreciated your work, but maybe you should have been more honest with him about wanting to grow in the company. I would have talked to him and expressed that a long time ago. It's possible he thought that you weren't interested. But don't worry, there are plenty of things you can do now. Why don't you talk to your new coworker? Find out about his education and work history. Look at him as a colleague and someone you can learn from, not as competition. He might suggest a course you could take or have some good advice. And then talk to your boss, but be positive. Let him know how much you like working there and how much you'd like to grow more in the company. He might have some good advice, too, and in the end, he will appreciate your honesty and ambition.
I think honesty and patience are 2 good lessons we can learn from today's podcast. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you, Dr. Jones, for being here with us. And listeners, remember, life is full of predicaments, but there's always a solution. I'm Cole Williams, and thank you for joining us today. Don't miss the next episode of our podcast, Problem Solved, next week.
Okay, I will be sincere with you. Paying attention to the audio, I didn't get this part, right? What the person did. I don't know if you got it. I know the problems, but what the person did, I'm not sure. So what did you have?
In case of Ronnie, the problem is that he studied a lawyer to because his father wants that he studied this career, but really he enjoyed the
Language.
The language. Yes.
So he studies law, but he wants to study languages, right?
Yes.
Okay, now in the part that says what the person did you get that?
Yes, he studied law.
He studied law.
But he is frustrated about it.
That could be, right?
Yeah.
Because I thought that what the person did was because they have a fight. I don't know if you remember that. They had a fight with Ronnie and his dad, and then he said, I slammed the door, and now we don't speak, right? So I thought that was what they were looking
What's
for.
meaning slam the door, teacher?
It is to close it with a lot of strength. Yeah, to slam it.
Oh.
He studied law for her father, but his passion was study languages. So her father, when he said that he want to study languages, was very angry with him.
That's correct. Well, then we're gonna check because I'm not sure about what the person exactly did. We have the idea, but I don't know what they want us to put there. So we're gonna check. Now, what about Becca? What is her problem?
He want to grow up in the company and promote she want to she want to grow up in the company, but there aren't a new work for she, but her boss create
A new position?
The new position, and and give other person a new person, and this person have more office and give more have more money.
And she was waiting for that position, and the boss didn't give her the position, right?
Yes.
But to the new employee.
So she's frustrated too.
She's frustrated. Very good. Okay, now let's check. Then just look, that's what they wanted to us to put. He got really mad and told his dad he was selfish. Then he slammed the door. They wanted that, right? His dad wants him to study law, but he wants to study languages. They gotta fight. Okay, now what about this one? Her boss welcomed a new employee for a new position, but she wanted a promotion or a raise. And what she did, she never said anything to her boss about wanting a promotion or raise. Yeah, so that was what they wanted. You got that? You understand?
Yes.
Good. The audio is very long. That's why it's kind of.
But teacher, in the answer, we don't use the
past models.
Past models, yes.
In the part 8, no, because you are just telling what the problem was and what the person did. So this is simple past.
Okay.
Well, in the first part, you can use simple present, right? In the second one is simple past. It depends, right? Depending on the specific grammar. In the part B, you need to use, because the question is, what should each person have done? So what are the suggestions? For running, do you remember?
Yes. She suggests that he should told her father the truth.
He should have told. He should have told his father the truth before, right? Before starting
Before
love.
this. Yeah.
Okay. He should have been sincere, you can say too. He should have been sincere with his father, or he should have taken the decision to study languages before. What about Becca?
She should have talked with her boss about that.
Before, right? Because she was just waiting.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I want to get the promotion, but she never spoke to the boss, right? It's correct. I think it's something similar. Let's check. Okay, it says he shouldn't have told him he was selfish. He shouldn't have slammed the door. Yeah, but before we went very, let's say we went away very back in time. So she should have been more honest with her boss about wanting to grow in the company. She should have talked to him and expressed that a long time ago. Very similar. Now, what would you have done in each situation? To study something because your parents want is very normal, right? More normal than we think. So if you were in that situation, or if you have been in the situation, what would you have done? I would have.
I will have said the truth because at the end, when you start to work, you have to like that your role or your profession in order to do the or in way that you do well your job.
That's correct, right? I would have said the truth, right? That you didn't want to study that. Very good. And what about the second problem? Imagine that you have been in the company for a long time, just struggling to get a promotion or a raise. And all of a sudden someone appears and that person gets the promotion. What would you have done in the situation? Would you have gotten mad? Would you have, I don't know, resigned the contract with the company? What would you have done?
I will have changed the work, maybe.
You would have changed job?
Yes.
To another company?
Yes.
Very, we will say, drastic decision, right? Because imagine, you know what? I don't want to work here no more. But it can happen, you know?
Yeah. Yes. Maybe in the first, I speak with the boss, right? But maybe after I change the work because don't think in me about me. So,
your boss didn't took you into account, right? Gave up. Were you going to say something, Selena?
Yes. Maybe the person that already is in the company, maybe he or she has no more skills. His skills are better than mine, maybe. And this situation, I have to find the reasons, and if I have to to increase my skills, I have to work in that. But
So-
obviously, I have to talk with the boss.
So the answer could be, I would have analyzed my skills and the skills of the other person to compare if the other person is more qualified to do it.
Yeah. If I have more skills,
You would fight for that. You would say,
Yeah.
you would talk to
Yeah.
your boss and say, hey, why did you choose the person, not me?
yes,
Could be.
it could be. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Somebody else? I saw Salvador opening the microphone, but I don't know if you want to add something else.
In my case, I also looking for a new job because they say she works a lot and extra hours, and her boss congratulate her by her for her
effort.
Yes, and that the company hire other person demonstrate that in that company there are an opportunities
Growing opportunities.
because always the first option should be the employees, the real employees, and they don't take that point.
They didn't consider like the experience, in this case, Becca had with the company.
Yes.
Decided to
Yes.
hire someone else, someone new.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I think that is disrespectful and not professional in a company, definitely. So it would be a good idea to change. But first of all, probably to look for a solution, to ask for an explanation, as Selena said, and then you decide, right, if you resign contract or what. Very good. Okay. Well, at the end, it was kind of, let's say, to nourish conversation, right? Now, we're going to speak, but this time you're going to do it in the breakout rooms. I need you to suggest, well, basically, you're going to read the situations over here and what would you have done in each of the situations. So it says, imagine a friend has been on a really awful trip and everything went wrong. What should your friend have done? What shouldn't he or she have done, right? So it's about a trip. And then you read, your friend spent hours in the sun and got sunburned. So you say, hey, she shouldn't have spent so many hours in the sun. She should have used sunscreen. She should have used an umbrella. I don't know, something like that. So you have to give some suggestions using past models, should have and would have. Understood?
Yes.
Great. And in part B, you have to tell your classmates if you have ever had an experience similar to this, traveling or, I don't know, working. You can tell the experience, and then your classmates can give you some advice in using past models, right? It is page 104 from the PDF interchange book, and I will also send it to WhatsApp, okay? Give me a second.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, the next.
Teacher, I'm sorry, one question. It's okay, this pronunciation, moisturizer?
Where is the word? Oh,
Hidratante.
oh,
Moisturizer.
moisturized.
Moisturize. Okay, thank you.
Moisturized. Uh-huh.
Okay, thank you. Moisturize.
Well, you're welcome.
Next one. Your friend drank tap water and got sick.
You should have to go to the doctor to that they give a recipe, maybe. They prescribe medicine to try that he feel better.
Yeah. He shouldn't have, he shouldn't have drunk tap water. Better, he should have drank a bottle of water. Okay, next one. Your friend stayed at a very bad hotel.
He should.
Maybe, yes, I'm sorry.
No, you can say.
Maybe he should have pay more money for another hotel.
Yes. Or maybe she should have ask.
We have to work in exercise 11, speaking an awful trip.
Okay.
Okay, imagine a friend has been on a really awful trip and everything went wrong. What should your friends have done? What should he or she have done?
Okay.
Okay. The first question, what do you think that our friend have to do or have done?
His children have spent in the sun.
Hello, are you practicing?
No, teacher.
Why?
I have a problem in my connection.
Okay. What about the rest? Federico and Salvador? Well, if not, I can send you to another group. Let me see. Okay, guys. Well, we happily arrived to the last class, September 14th. So imagine just where we started, August 10th. A lot of days. So let's just check really quick. Yeah. No. INT3 13. Okay. So we just finished. Friendly reminder, today we finished the level. I will be checking the exercises today and tomorrow to submit as soon as possible all the material, okay? So if you haven't submitted the assignments, please do so. Okay? You still have today after class. Now, let's just work on an activity from the manual. Okay, it's a conversation, the same routine. I will read it, repeat after me, and then we're gonna practice and answer the or complete the part 3, right? Right corrections on Leo made to Olivia's sentences. So repeat after me. I'm trying to set
I'm trying to set
an online business
An
an
online
online
business
business
selling handmade dresses,
selling
selling
handmade
handmade dresses,
dresses.
but I don't know nothing
but I don't
But
know
I don't know
nothing
I
nothing
don't know nothing
about branding or marketing.
about
about
branding
about
or
branding
branding
or
marketing.
or
marketing.
marketing.
You mean you don't know anything, Olivia?
You
You
mean you
mean
don't
you
know
don't know
anything,
anything,
Olivia?
Olivia?
To start, you could stop changing
To
To
start, you
start,
could
you could stop
stop
changing
changing
the logo of your business.
the
logo of
logo
your
of your
business.
business.
I noticed you changed it
I
I
noticed you
noticed
changed it
at least 5 times last week
at
at
least
least
5
5
times last week
and fixed the spelling
and fix
and
the
fix the spelling
in your slogan,
in your
in your
slogan,
slogan,
designing happiness.
designing
designing
happiness.
happiness.
That's not correct.
That's
That's
not
not
correct.
correct.
Right.
I never noticed nothing
I
You
never
never noticed
noticed
nothing
Nothing
about that spelling.
about
about that spelling
Mistake.
mistake
mistake.
When I made it.
when I made it.
But you know,
But you
But you
know,
know,
it makes it look original.
it makes it
make
look
it
original.
look original.
You mean you never notice anything?
You mean you never
you never
Notice anything.
I think you better hire a consultant, Olivia.
I think that you
I
better
think you better hire a consultant, Olivia.
They will help you with the business.
It
They
will help you
will
with the
help
business.
you with the business.
Very good. Okay, as you can see, these mistakes are committed on purpose, right? Because it's obvious that you don't say, I don't know nothing. It is incorrect. The correct form should be, I don't know anything. Happiness is not spelled like this. And I never noticed nothing is also incorrect. I never noticed anything, right? So, what are the corrections? I don't know nothing about branding or marketing. Instead of writing nothing, what should be the word?
Anything.
Very good. And what is another way to say that? Instead of saying, I don't know anything, how could you say that?
I never.
And I don't have an idea.
It could be, right? I don't have an idea about branding or marketing. It's possible. Any idea, right? about, and then you write the same, about branding or marketing. But also you can say this, I know nothing. I know nothing. In this case, you can use nothing because in the verb, you don't have a negative. But you cannot have two negatives, right? Because that would be a mistake. So you say, I don't know anything, or you can say, I know nothing. You understand?
Yes.
Good. In the second, I never noticed nothing. Again, right? Instead of saying nothing, you change, I never noticed anything. Or you can say, I noticed
Nothing about.
exactly. I noticed nothing. And it is exactly the same. But it is incorrect to have two negatives. Only one, right? Either in the verb or in the complement. Okay, so it's basically very simple. That is the rule. Here you have the rule, right? Avoid double negatives. So instead of saying we don't publish nothing, you say we don't publish anything. Instead of saying the company didn't get no additional, you say didn't get any additional. Or never said nothing, you say never said anything. You may say, teacher, this is very easy because when we use it, it's very typical to use anything, right? When we have a negative in the verb, not double, right? Not double negatives. So we're gonna do two things. We're gonna practice the conversation, and after you practice it, you are going to correct the sentences in part 5. Okay, that will be in the breakout rooms. Understood?
Yes.
Good. Let me see. This time, I think we're gonna work in trios. Give me a second. Okay. See you in the breakout rooms.
but you know, you know, it make it look original.
You mean you never notice anything? I think you better hire a consult, Olivia. They will help you with the business.
Okay, we can change.
Okay. I'm trying to set an online business selling handmade dresses, but I don't know nothing about branding or marketing.
You mean you don't know anything, Olivia? To start, you could stop changing the logo of your business. I noticed you changing it least 5 times that week and fix the spelling in your slogan, designing happiness. That's not correct.
I never noticed nothing about the spelling mistake when I made it, but it made it look original.
Uh-huh. You, Olivia, I am Leo. Okay. I am trying to shift at online business selling. Have made dresses, but I don't know nothing about branding or marketing.
You mean you don't know anything, Olivia? To start, you could stop, change the logo of your business. I noticed you change in at least 5 times last week and fix the spelling in your slogan. This is happiness. That's not correct.
I never noticed nothing about that spelling mistake when I make it, but I make it look original.
You mean you never noticed anything? I think you better hire a consult, Olivia. They will help you with the business. Okay. Oh, you, Jennifer, you, Olivia, y Juan Carlos Leo.
Okay. I'm trying to set an online business selling handmade.
Okay, I will continue with the other part. Change the
Okay,
Yes, that is.
yes,
The department doesn't know anything about branding.
yes, yes. The next, the manager never tells us anything about the plans to improve the brand on the business.
Yes, it's negative anything.
sorry, but I have other text.
Yes, anything, anything.
In this case, the manager never tell us anything.
Anything.
Yes.
Yes, because it's negative.
I see the word no. Yes, maybe just we didn't get increase in sales after advertising on Facebook.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Yes.
the other way is maybe is
The
we did
custom.
get
We
no
did get.
increase. We did get no increase.
We got.
Sorry.
Got.
We did got no increase.
No, did get is for emphasizing.
Okay.
So you use got, the past of get. We got no increase.
We got no increase. Okay, thank you. And the last one, the customers don't want no change in prices. See.
Maybe the customers didn't want it. Change in prices.
The customers didn't
Want it.
Customer don't prices.
When we use did or do, we need to put the or write the verb in the base form. So if we take off did or do, we need to put the verb in the third form, in the past progressive. Yes, past participle, I'm sorry. So the customers wanted no change in prices. And the other way is the customers don't want change in prices.
Okay.
Any change.
Any change.
Yes. The customers don't want any change.
Okay, yes, you're right, thank you.
Any change.
Or you can say the customers want no change.
Want, don't change. No change.
No
Okay.
change.
No
The
change.
customers want no change
No
in
change.
prices. Okay, thank you.
We finished, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. See you in the main session.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So really quick, let's check. It says the department doesn't know nothing. The department doesn't know anything, right? Doesn't know anything, or
no, nothing.
The department knows
Nothing.
Nothing, right? I won't repeat, but it's the same at the end, right? The departments know nothing about branding. The second one, the manager never tells us nothing.
Managers never tell us anything.
Anything? Instead of nothing.
The manager.
Or the manager
Tell us nothing.
Here. Tells us. Nothing, right?
Tell us nothing.
Yes. I don't have nothing against billboards.
I have anything
against billboards, or I have nothing.
I have nothing
again billboards, right? We didn't get no increase.
Didn't get any.
Just change any.
Any increase.
Any increase, or We got
increase.
Nothing, no increase.
we got, right? Because remember it's past. Didn't
past,
get,
yes.
but when you create it in affirmative, you say we got no increase.
Yes.
You understand this one?
Yes.
Good. And the last one, the customers don't want no change.
The customers don't want any change.
Any change?
Any
Is the easy one.
change.
Any change.
Or you can say the customers
One,
One,
want
no
one,
change.
no
Don't change.
no
change, no change.
Yeah. Okay. As you can see, there are two ways. You decide which one to use. Any question? Nope. Okay. Now this is actually the last activity of the unit 15. So we're gonna do, it doesn't have, I don't remember from which unit and book doesn't have the audio, right? So what we're gonna do, let's try to read really quick and then complete. So what we will do, I will read, you repeat, okay? So I am, it says Jack London. I am overweight.
I am overweight.
I am overweight.
And I really like
And I really
I'm
like
really
like
to slim down.
to slim down.
slim down.
To slim down.
I've tried all kinds of diets,
I tried
Try
all kinds of diets.
but none of them seem to work.
But
But
none of them seem
none
to
of
work.
them seem to work.
And there's so much advice
And
There's so much
There's so
advice
much advice
on the internet.
on the
the
internet.
internet.
I don't know what to believe anymore.
I don't know what to
know
know
what to
anymore.
believe anymore.
What would you recommend?
What
would you recommend?
recommend?
I have the same problem
I
I
have
have
the same problem
until I tried a high protein,
Until I
I
try
I
a
try
high
protein,
no carbohydrate diet.
no
No
carbohydrate
carbohydrate
diet.
diet.
Carbohydrate.
Carbohydrate.
Hydrate.
It was very strict.
It was very strict.
Very strict.
In the first couple of weeks,
In the first
First couple of weeks,
you have to eat less than 40 grams
you have
You
to
have
you have to eat less than 40 grams
grams
of carbohydrates a day.
of
carbohydrates
carbohydrates
a
a
day.
day.
So no bread,
So no bread, no bread,
pasta or potatoes.
pasta or potato.
potatoes.
But I lost 9 pounds
But I
But
lost
I
I
lost 9
lost
pounds
9 pounds
in just 13 days.
in just
13 days.
So for me, it was worth it.
So for me, it was worth It it. was worth it.
I had a lot of meat and eggs
I
I
have
had a lot of meat,
eggs.
and some butter too,
and some
some butter too,
Butter too.
which was great.
Which
was great.
great.
I'd give it a shot if I were you.
I
Give it a shot.
shot. I will.
This expression is I'll give it a try, right? I'll give it a shot.
I'd give it a
I'd
try.
give it a try.
I'll give it a try, or I'll give it a shot. It's the same.
I give it.
Okay, then we have Maya from San Francisco. Repeat. I'm traveling to Rio de Janeiro next month.
I traveled
Traveling
to
to Rio de Janeiro next month.
Next month.
And I'd like to see as much of the city as possible.
And
I'd like to see as much
of the city as
possible.
Possible.
The problem is that I'm only going to be
The problem is that I'm
only going to be
there for a couple of days.
there for a couple of days.
days.
And I'm not sure how to fit everything in.
And I'm not sure
Not
how
sure
to
everything
fit
in.
everything.
Should I book an organized tour?
Should I
Should I book an organized tour?
I was in Rio a couple of months ago.
I was in Rio
a couple of months ago.
I travel a lot and like to be independent.
I
I
traveled
travel a lot
I
and
like
like
to
to
be
be independent.
independent.
So I chose to find my own way around the city.
So I should
Should find my own way around the city.
What a mistake.
What
What a mistake.
What a
Rio
mistake.
is so big that I kept getting lost.
Rio is so big that I kept getting lost.
Kids getting lost.
And in the end, I didn't get to see.
I didn't get
see. Bless you.
Bless, yeah, whomever it was, bless you. You're welcome. I didn't get to see the beach of Ipanema or the cathedral.
The beach of
Ipanema or the cathedral.
It would have been nice to have somebody to talk to.
It would have been
nice
somebody to talk
to
Also, right?
Also.
I really should have gone on a guided tour.
I really
should have gone on a
guided tour.
Good. Andres from Bogota. I've just finished my degree.
I just
finished my degree.
My degree.
Okay, pay attention. That is the difference between I and I've, right?
Okay.
And I'm on the fence about what to do next.
I'm on the fence about
what to do next.
To be on the fence is to be thinking about what to do next. Okay. Here in Bogota, there aren't many job possibilities right now.
Here in Bogota, there aren't
many job possibilities right now.
Should I go back to college to get a master's?
Should I go back to college to get a master?
Or go stay with my cousin in New York?
Or go stay with my cousin in New York.
And try to get a job there.
And try to get a job
there.
My English is not very good.
My English is not very good.
By the way, a friend wrote this.
By the way, a friend wrote this.
Stay where you are.
Stay where you are.
I moved to the United States from Poland and got a job as a server.
I moved to the United States from Poland and got a job as a server.
But it's long hours and not much money.
But it's
long hours and not much money.
Not much money.
I haven't really made many friends.
I haven't really made many friends.
And I miss home.
And I miss
home.
I should have stayed there and continued with my studies.
I should have stayed there and continued with my studies.
Very good. Okay, before we focus on finishing that, I want to check if you found new words. Just here. Expressions, give it a shot, give it a try. And to be on the fence is to be thinking about what to do. Okay, if there are no new words, well, that was just a pronunciation practice just to finish because we don't have more time. Thank you very much, guys. After 25 classes, I really appreciate your effort, right? Thank you for connecting, for practicing, and especially for speaking in English all the time. I encourage you to continue with the levels, right? If possible here, obviously. And if not, continue practicing, right? While the other level starts. If you haven't completed just the last time the assignments on Google Classroom, please do so because I will be checking them, okay? So this is it for me. Thank you very much again and hope to see you soon. Have a great night.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Thank you,
Bye.
teacher.
You're welcome.
See you later.
See you.